Good afternoon, evening, everyone. Glad to be here. Thank you, Dr. Lewis and Dr. Carter, for letting me on today. This is exciting times we're in. What we're seeing clinically with these clients is crazy as far as inflammation is concerned. We've been doing medical thermography in the clinic since 2010. And even then, seeing how much inflammation people are walking in with. And in our clinic and our practice, we try to individualize protocols for these folks to, minimize all of that inflammation. And then they come back for their repeat thermogram and see, some good changes, and they can feel it in their body and less pain and all that. But about 3 years ago or so, kind of when this COVID thing came through, I sit on these different boards with other thermographers around the country, and they were all just baffled by why is this inflammation just all of a sudden spiking up. And these are clients who come year after year after year. They know these people, they've been assisting these clients with, their nutrition and detox, et cetera. And they're just not knowing the connection. And I kind of sit back because I'm pretty politically correct. And I like to share truth and knowledge with people, and I don't want to offend people either. So I don't say anything right off unless I have an entry point where I can get in there. But these people will just, obviously vaccinated folks themselves. So again, I don't want to offend, but they're not looking at the true picture here. And so now here we are 3 years or so later, and it's even worse. And I was in conversation with Dr. Carol Chandler, who does the Physician's Insight. That's our interpretation services, medical doctors that look at the scans. We sent them digitally, and they do the interp on it and then send us back the report, which we send back to the client. So we take clean, scans, images of the clients, full body thermography, and then look at it with the client at the, at the session. They're looking at grayscale and looking at the cardiovascular, looking at, how much inflammation, where is the angioneogenesis, showing up. Like the body will, sequester or try to help a cool area that's a potential cancer, surround it and, bring it oxygen, bring it nutrients, try to help it before it gets too bad. And that's what we kind of explain to the clients. Well, then when the report comes back, it's telling you exactly what's really going on here. So these folks who are all over the country, just not knowing the connection between, this shedding, like Dr. Tenpenny talks about, it's shedding, but it's also, transmitting, I think is the word she used, spike proteins, et cetera, out of people's body into other people's body. And then they're walking around. So we don't have clients that are jabbed that come in here, but they're exposed to people, or they sleep with people, or they work with people, or whatever they do, and they're getting these levels of inflammation. So I don't know if you're noticing this or hearing this, but it's pretty prevalent and it's not going away. So we've got to come up with some solutions for these people.
That's really important information. So you think that even if you haven't been jabbed, thermography, which I'd like you to describe briefly, showing a kind of increase in inflammation that you wouldn't have otherwise anticipated.
Yeah, we've got the people.